Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and first, I'd like to start off by saying that I apologize for the long hiatus. There's just been a lot of stuff happening in my life lately, a lot of big changes, so I haven't really had any chance these past several months in terms of uploads and stuff. But I'm back now. Yeah, so me and Enerjane have just been really busy lately, and we haven't had much time. That being said, I'd also like to mention that the last couple videos I did were edited by Enerjane, and unfortunately, she does not have as much time as she did then, because the original idea that I had was that from now on, that style, that edited style, was going to be the norm for all my videos. But it's apparently just gonna be a sort of every now and then kind of thing. When exactly, no idea. So I've just decided to go back to my original style and maybe dabble a little bit in editing. But for now, for the time being, I'm just gonna do my, I guess, classic style of reviewing. So yeah, just wanted to update you on that. That yes, I'm back now. I'm gonna be doing as many videos as I can. And they're just gonna be in my, I guess, original format. So, yeah, yay. I think I'm a little late to the party, but Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, I know I'm a little late, but I wanted to mention that not just because salutations are in order, but also that this year is a very special year because it marks the 40th anniversary of Transformers. That's right, they came out all the way back in 1984. Before my time, if you were wondering. But yeah, so I've decided to take today's video, my first review of the year, of this specific year, is going to be a special one. It's going to be on the 40th anniversary Walmart exclusive reissue of the Generation 1 Soundwave. That's right, I'm reviewing a G1 figure. Because I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but I am not the biggest fan of G1. Like, I respect it, again, and everything that it's done and respect its legacy, but I feel that the stuff that came after is better. But that's just, my opinion. So, yeah. So here we have, and I'm just going to just sort of jump the gun a little bit. I really like this figure. Because not only is Soundwave my favorite Decepticon, and also one of my favorite Transformers in overall, this particular figure, it's basically a one-for-one recreation of the original G1 figure with some small changes, but the idea is that this is the same figure. And I gotta say, this figure holds up very well. I think this figure is better than a lot of modern figures that I've encountered. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, so here is Soundwave in his iconic cassette player mode. And this is supposed to be a cassette player, or you can say boombox, that's fine too. But this is supposed to be a cassette player. As you can see, it has the nice moldings here. It has a nice molded play button, the features. You have a non-functioning but actual usable little tuner here. And a selector here on the side. Pretty nice detail. It's a very nice thing. It even has a belt clip, and this really surprised me. This is just a straight up belt clip, which is nice. So yeah, G1 Soundwave. And he's not alone either. He also came, in this particular package, came with two of his minions, or as I like to call them, Cassetticons. You have a Ravage here, who I'm holding in his cassette form. Pretty cool. And his faithful, I think Soundwave's more well-known minion. When you press this button, open up the tape deck. Here we have Laserbeak. And these are really nice. These little cassettes are really nice. They also came with a bunch of other accessories, but I will show them in order and whatnot. So let's see. Soundwave and his cassettes. Who do I transform first? I think I'm going to go with the cassettes first. That way I can show off their accessories, which I'm going to leave off to the side here. So let me just go in order as they present. So here we have Ravage. Pretty cool. So let's get to transforming. Fairly simple. But I guess because of the way it's articulated, he actually has quite a bit that is designed, engineered, I mean. He actually has quite a bit of articulation. And yeah, here is Ravage in his robotic panther mode. Very cool. And he is articulated. He has a hinge, both on each side and hinge there. As well as an up and down and a little bit of tail. So yeah, he's actually quite poseable for such a flat figure. And he can stand. Let's see if I can get him to do it. Yup, he can stand. This Ravage can stand. Oh, and he does come with 2 accessories, which are these blasters, I believe. Which you just put onto the side here. Let's plug them there. And yeah, here's Ravage, fully loaded. Just going to put him right there. There we go. Yep, there we go. There's Ravage. Hopefully I won't knock him down. Now let's get to Laserbeak. Arguably, which is kind of, I don't know if that's unfortunate or not, but this is arguably Soundwave's most well-known of his minions. Is Laserbeak here. Ravage would obviously be a strong second. So to transform him, just take these flaps down, down. Then extend out the wings. And this part surprised me. You have to get in here, pull out the head, and then get the hinge. And there we have Laserbeak. And like Ravage, he has way more articulation than I was expecting. Because you have a hinge here and a hinge here. So hinge there and hinge there. And then hinge for the neck. Very cool. And he also comes with his accessories, which are these parts here. I think it's like blasters and engines, I think. Just pop them on. There we go. Now we have the classic Laserbeak look. Very nice. These are also very nice stickers, by the way. I just wanted to comment on that. Very nice detailing. Very cool. So there we have Laserbeak. And now to the main event, Soundwave. And the transformation, hold on, is fairly... Hold on. Is fairly simple. It's fairly straightforward, I mean, not simple. So yeah, Soundwave. So for him, first things first, we take these parts out like so. Then carefully fold this down and then pull. Rotate. Then for this leg, for mine, just on my copy, this one's really hard, really stiff. Then pull. There we go. Rotate forward. And then like push here to reveal the feet. And then pull up, pull forward, I mean. Bend, pop out the fists, and then the grand reveal, flip, rotate, and there we have Soundwave. And he's quite a bit tall, so let me raise up. And there we have Soundwave with his minions. But wait, where's his accessories, you might be wondering? Because the only other accessory I have left is this thing. And I guess he could hold this. But that's not what this is. This is actually like a missile, or... Well, this is supposed to be a missile, but I'll show that in a bit. We'll show that right now. But before that, let me show off the articulation that this guy has. So keep in mind, this figure is a recreation of the 1984 Soundwave. And he has a lot more articulation than most figures of that line. So the head can swivel, which is nice. Arms can go around. Bend at the elbow. Has an elbow bend. And because of the transformation, you can have this joint as well, this angle. The feet, unfortunately, do have knees. They do bend, so you can rotate, move forward, do a kick up. But then they bend like this, which is just, it's just the way it's designed. I mean, what's weird is that they were so close. It's like, I feel like they could have engineered a little bit to like rotate this. Then have like knees bending backwards, and that would have been perfect, but nope. Oh, and as you saw, when you press this button, it opens up his cassette, which stores one of these two minions. So, yeah, that's not bad. This is actually a fairly, very good figure, especially for the time. And even now, it's not bad. I think this Soundwave holds up very, very well. Oh, and then his accessory. So, this part was not in the instructions, but I had a feeling there had to be more to it. So, you slide this out. This would be, if this was a cassette player, this would be the battery compartment, and here are his batteries, which are his weapons. Let's close this up. So yeah, it has a battery storage, and the weapons are batteries. And I only knew that because I remember them actually doing this, I think with like a newer, I think in one of the later Soundwaves that I have, it did that. So I'm like, that had to come from somewhere. I feel like the original one had that. So now we have his two weapons. So we have here his, whoop, be careful there. I think the engineering is not as sturdy, is like a little bit looser than it used to be. I get that a lot with all of these other reissues where they seem to be a little bit more fragile. I don't own, I have like a couple of, oh, and this one, just extend out, put this in here, and then he holds it. And boom, there's his blaster. Which, funny enough, this is a missile. This is one of those weird changes of this being a reissue. This is supposed to be a missile that fires. But, and this is the button for it, but, yeah, as you can see, nothing is happening. That's because, for whatever reason, on this reissue, they removed the spring. And I've seen that. I think I've messed around with like one other 80s style reissue, like a random one that I got over the holidays. I don't have them anymore, unfortunately, but I had a chance to mess with it. I think it was like a Devastator. Like, actually, yeah, I encountered a Devastator, like a weird reissue. And yeah, they didn't have springs in their missile launchers. Just no springs. I don't know why, because even the Beast Wars reissues, they kept their springs, they just underpowered them. So it's like they just completely removed it here, which I don't understand why. I mean, I kind of get safety, but the person that's buying this is going to be an adult who was feeling nostalgic and whatnot. Like, I don't see a really little kid getting this, even though this one is actually particularly good. But yeah. So yeah. Soundwave. So yeah, that's like one weird change I think they made with these reissues. But other than that, and like I guess some weird, like, just, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like the original figures are a lot sturdier. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do have somewhere a couple of like older 80s figures, and they're pretty sturdy. So I don't know. It feels like I don't have to like worry too much about it breaking. Might just be me. Again, I don't know what I'm really saying there. But yeah, Soundwave and his minions, or as I like to call them, like I said, the Cassetticons. So now let's do size comparisons. So here we have, and I'd like to point out, so, you know, the regular trio, Ratchet, Cliffjumper, and Primal. Whoops. There we go. And Primal. And here's kind of the weird part. I don't know, and I'm being honest, I forgot to check. I don't know if the original G1 figures had size classes. I know that Robots in Disguise did, and obviously Beast Wars did have size classes, but I do not know. I don't know. I don't think they do. I don't recall ever seeing a size class for these figures, for the original 80s figures. But if I were to give them a size class, as you saw with the others, Soundwave is roughly Voyager, and then the minions, Laserbeak and Ravage, would be roughly Core class. And a lot of cases, and a lot of the newer versions of these characters, that tends to be the case. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm back. Happy New Year. Happy 40th anniversary to the Transformers. And that's been my review of this Soundwave. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers 40th anniversary. Let me just shorten it out. It's the 40th anniversary G1 Voyager class, just to simplify things, Voyager class, Soundwave. G1 Voyager class Soundwave with Laser Beacon Ravage, but they're included as part of the package. 40th anniversary Walmart exclusive reissue, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out and be safe.